Hey guys, welcome everyone. We wanted to pop on and share our top tip for the Dare to Dream series. We're so excited to be able to share with you guys. My name is Megan Goff.
I'm Justin Goff.
And we are a diamond emerald couple in Plexus. And we're also the parents of 6 kids. So we get crazy, we get busy, we understand life and how crazy it can be. But we are a homeschool family, so we have kids with us 24/7. We also love to travel as a family. And we just got back from South Texas, enjoying just being able to pick up and go, being able to work from anywhere. Thanks to Plexus, we're debt free, like all these crazy things. Like we can literally work from anywhere. But I remember like thinking, who even gets to live this life? This is crazy. But I remember 3.5 years ago, looking at other people in Plexus and seeing them, live debt free, live and have time freedom, all those things that I wanted for our family. And guys, it is so doable. You can build the life of your dreams. And we wanted to share a couple of things that we have felt that really have contributed to us being successful. And if you're wondering, like, how do I even do this? I remember thinking that, a lot of days I still think that, right? So we're going to share an eternal truth with you. It's not a secret, but it can revolutionize your business.
Right. So the word that we're going to talk about is diligence, being diligent. And I'm going to read right out of the Bible, out of the book of Proverbs. So in my opinion, this is the best personal growth book on the planet, the best personal growth book of all time, especially if you read through the book of Proverbs. I want to see just one scripture that comes to mind is Proverbs 10:4. And this is an eternal truth in light of success. And it says, I'm reading out of a King James version, so your version may be a little bit different, but it says here, "He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich." The hand of the diligent maketh rich. Other versions may say the hand of the diligent shall rule. But you get the same idea. You get the same principle that's going on here. And that's that if you want to be rich, whatever that means to you, or if you want to rule, if you want to be excellent, if you want to be at the top of your game, if you want to be at the top of the heap, so to speak, you have to be diligent. You can't have a slack hand. A slack hand, that's just such a bad sound to it. It's like, you wouldn't want to be called a slack hand. It's just kind of lazy or kind of going through the motions, or yeah, maybe I'll do work once this week or maybe once next week. The diligent gets up and they're doing it every day, consistent effort, always moving in the right direction, not stopping. And so that's one of the scriptures, one of the many ones that just comes to mind for me in light of success, and it's just being diligent. And I think a lot of times that we think that we're going to work a 4-hour work week, or there's this magic pill out there. The magic pill is it takes a lot of work, and I hear people talk about a lot of times, well, I work 40 hours a week, I just don't have time. Listen, when I started Plexus, I worked probably 14 hours a day, and I still work Plexus. I worked it during my lunch hour. I worked it after lunch. After the kids went to bed, I was up till 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning working a Plexus business. I was being diligent, and we did it for a long time, and it was absolutely worth it because now, the diligence has paid off. And here we're going to Texas, and we're going to Florida, and we're going to Maui, and all sorts of places. So the diligence has paid off. This eternal truth out of the Proverbs about diligence is true. We're proof, and we work this thing every day. Plexus is not just an opportunity for us. Plexus has become a priority, and it's a daily priority. It's one of the priorities of our life, and it has been for a few years now, and we're not going to slow up.
So I thought that it would be helpful to talk about the definition of diligence, and that is steady, earnest, and energetic, consistent in effort, and persevering in application. So there's a definition for you. Love that. There's also the eternal law of sowing and reaping. And when this was told to me, I think I might have heard it on one of the December calls when we had Diamonds in December, maybe last year or the year before. Someone talked about the law of sowing and reaping. What you sow, you will reap. And so if you want to reap big, you got to sow big, right? And we were going to talk a little bit about comparing what we're doing to maximizing our potential.
Right. And I think, so I've been thinking, this is just something I've been thinking about myself. So I'm not like pointing my finger at you and saying you need to do this, but this is things I'm learning, is that I've been at Emerald for a year plus now, and it's just way too long. And one of the things it has been. So for me personally, I have been trying to evaluate, okay, why has the growth slowed? Why am I not reaching my full potential? And it's because I have not been as diligent as I was in the beginning. My diligence hasn't been what it once was. So I'm getting back into being diligent. So another thing is IPAs. If you don't know what an IPA is, it's kind of an acronym we use in Plexus that means income producing activity. So what is your income producing activity on a daily basis? And it's usually like 3 reach outs, a follow up, or just like a constant flow of work in IPA. And for me personally, I've settled with IPAs, and I have not pushed for my potential. And I think it's made a big difference in my personal business. So I'm not against IPAs. I think IPAs are good. IPAs are like going for a brisk walk. They're important. But potential is like training for an Ironman. That's the difference. And there's moments in our business. That's the beauty of this industry, is that there's moments where you can sit and do IPAs. But there are moments in our business where we've got to increase action, and our diligence needs to go into maybe obsessive diligence for periods of time, to get the growth back up to where it needs to be. And we need to seek our potential. So one of the questions I ask myself is, have I settled on IPAs, or am I going for my full potential? And that's something that each one of us has to answer for ourselves. And I know the answer for myself, and it's time to start pushing for my full potential again. So
massive action will be massive potential. That will be maxing out your potential. And one of the things that I feel like is a real, let's see, what's the word? Something that really cuts and really harms us in our diligence pursuit would be distractions and not being willing to delegate. And so I would just encourage you, be willing to minimize distractions, really increase your focus, and delegate what you need to delegate so you can be more successful, more productive. Mm-hmm. So to wrap this up and bring it to a close, we're encouraging people to sow seeds like crazy in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And one of the things that we were just learning on a call today earlier was that when some people kind of slack off, or when some people are like, oh, it's too busy, it's the holidays, other people press in. And the people that you see press in December, they're the ones that like rank up like crazy in January, February, March, April, because of what they were doing in November, what they were doing in December. And so our encouragement to you guys is to challenge you to join us in 100 reach outs in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. There are a lot of happy spenders. And so if we're sowing seeds between now and Christmas, and then we follow up like crazy between the 26th and New Year's, people are happy. People are spending money. We want to capitalize on that. So we want to be the person that's diligent.
Plus New Year's resolutions are coming up. So it's a great time for people in the health and wellness industry. It's just a great time for business across the board, this time of year. So, and we have something that people desperately need. So it's a great time to really be diligent in proving this eternal truth correct. So I have a challenge too, and that's one of the challenges. I think in this industry, we do a lot of reading, and reading is very important. And I would encourage you, there are 31 Proverbs in the Bible. And I would encourage you, to read one a day. Just do it for this whole next month. Do it for December. Starting on December 1st, read Proverbs 1. December 2nd, Proverbs 2, all the way through to Proverbs 31. There's incredible things in there about diligence, about success, about money, about relationships, about the words that we use. Just tons of words of wisdom in there. And I'd highly encourage you to read that. It's life-changing.
All right. Have a great month, guys. Bye-bye.